Hi, I'm Benjamin Cooper. I am the original executive chef of Chin Chin and creative director. The food at Chin Chin is predominantly Thai, heavily Southeast Asian inspired, and as such we use a lot of secondary cuts. We use a lot of belly, we use brisket, we use shoulder, things that require a lot of time and effort to bring the best out of the meat. So the Convotherms have been amazing for that. So we have a 20 tray and a 610 split. And the 610 split we utilize because it offers us the ability to still be able to do some slow cook stuff, large, as well as do in-service stuff without having to open and close and shut and change temperatures, etc. And then in the kitchen itself, we have another Convotherm, and we use that for in the morning, for in the kitchen prep, for heating and starting and facilitating the kickoff of the day. And then in service, we heat certain proteins and dishes through that oven, and then we might finish on the grill, or we might finish into a curry, or etc. They're very versatile for us. For me, the steam setting on them is really amazing. Like, steamers in Asian cuisine are synonymous, but you have the risk of them running dry, you have the risk of them burning out, you have all sorts of other factors that you need to take into account, whereas we can set that on steam and we can put on trays under coconut cream. We can have aromat trays at the bottom of the oven to fill the oven with the aromas of lemongrass and lime leaf and galangal. We can put chili in there. We can do all sorts of things on the steam setting. It's versatile. We run a small kitchen, space-wise. We've got about 12 to 13 chefs on a shift, and it's about maximising the potential for that space. Like, we can essentially put in at 10 o'clock at night and cook for the 15 hours so that by the time the staff are coming in the next morning, one team starts, the other team finishes. It maximises the space that that oven is taking up, rather than having a sole piece of equipment that might be a 10 tray steamer, and that's all it does. I've got 10 tray steamer, I've got roasting oven, I've got dry roasting. So depending on the time of day, I can use it for myriad different things, and it allows the kitchen to really nail how the day flows and what's going on. The doors, the fact that they slide down the side, has made a huge difference. When you're loading and unloading a 20 tray oven, it can take a bit of time. And while that door's open and people are loading in and out, it can really take up space in the kitchen and impede the flow of chef's work and chef's workspace. So that was a life changer. Every night we do a full clean cycle. It just means that the chefs aren't wasting downtime. You know, they can remove from the oven, run a quick clean cycle. It's ready for the next lot of ingredients to go in. It makes our day a lot easier. There's always a little bit of tweaking, but it's a very easy oven to use and to wrap your head around. So it hasn't been overly challenging, which is lovely. You know, like, it's not like learning everything from scratch again, which makes life much easier. It gives the chefs an opportunity to be part of the process and also be aware of, you know, like sometimes we might get in a 10 to 12 kilo brisket and sometimes we might get in an 8 kilo brisket. We try and keep our proteins consistent sizing, but you can't always. So then it comes down to, you know, do I drop back for 2 hours here? Do I add an hour there? Which allows the chefs to be part of the process as well. We definitely live in a digital age. We live in an age where everything is instantaneous. It's at our fingertips. It's, you know, and for all intents and purposes, like, a Convotherm is very much a digital experience. It's, you know, there are programmable elements to it. There are set and forget elements to it. You know what to expect. And we try and attach that to our analog appreciation of food and of life. I think you've got to mix the two. If you live just in the digital, you can get caught up in the energy of that, and the next thing you know, a year's gone by and it's disappeared. So even though we have these ovens that do amazing things for us, we still have a human connection to the final dish. And I think that's part of why, I don't know, I could be wrong, Al, but I think that's part of why the chefs hang around, because it's not just set and forget. There are human touches that can't be replaced, right?
Oh, the human aspect's probably the most important thing about being in the kitchen. Yeah.
I mean, we run our ovens, they work 24/7. And so the quality has to be there, the build quality has to be there, the ease of cleanliness has to be there. All of those things go together to create what for us defines our needs, and Convotherm tick the boxes.